Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to the don'ts of visiting Germany. This video comes from Walter's World, and interestingly enough, before my trip to the UK, I watched a bunch of his videos on the don'ts of visiting Britain and certain things you should and shouldn't do in Britain, and they were incredibly accurate. Almost everything he said was just a straight up fact, especially when it came to the don'ts of visiting Britain. I ended up visiting, and that was true. So this is the don'ts of visiting Germany. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and let's find out what are some things we definitely shouldn't be doing in Germany when we visit, because hey, we're gonna travel the world at some point, so we'll be in Germany at some point for sure.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're in Munich, and today what we have for you are the don'ts of traveling Germany, because there's so many things you should do, like visit Munich here or going to Berlin or the Harz Mountains. There's so many great things to do here, but there's a few cultural don'ts you should know, so when you come here you can have a better time. And the first don't I have for you is don't assume Germans are these cold, unfriendly, uncaring people that we've kind of been taught by stereotypes throughout the years. Germans are actually really wonderful people. They're helpful, they're kind, they're honest, extremely honest. And the thing is, to see that, you need to ask them for your help. Ask them for some guidance, and they'll be glad to help you. And that's the thing, is some people think, oh, German service isn't very nice. Well, the thing is, German service is very professional. And if you ask them for help, I guarantee they will know the entire background of every meal you have and everything in the shoe store and all kinds of stuff. They'll be able to help you. But don't think that they're these cold-hearted people, because Germans really are super nice. And if you make a German friend, I guarantee they will be with you until the end. They make the best friends ever. So that's the first thing, is don't think they're bad people. Now, my second don't for you is don't cross against the light. Don't jaywalk.
Yeah.
Germans really like their rules, and they really don't like people breaking them. And that will mean tourists as well. And one of the biggest things is crossing when the light is red. They don't like that. I lived multiple years in Germany, 3 years in Germany, and there's been quite a few times where a grandma, an Oma, stops me and says, hey, bei Rot musst du stehen. By grün lass du gehen, which means by red you stay, by green you're allowed to go. And that's one of the things, is the Germans do like those rules, but the biggest one that a tourist doesn't want to do is don't jaywalk. Also, you can get a fine for that, so heads up on that one. Now, our third tip for you has to do with the Pfand, the deposit. Don't just throw away your bottles, like your big bottles or cans, and don't just leave your Christmas market mugs and stuff like that out, because you have to put a deposit on a lot of these things. For example, if you're at the Christmas markets and you get those cute mugs that everyone loves to get, look, usually you're going to be paying between 3 and 5 euros for the deposit on those mugs, and if you walk off with it, great, you have a cool souvenir. But the thing is, do you really want 8 of the exact same mug? For example, we were here in Munich and we got Glühwein and Kinderpunsch, the children version of it, and there was 8 of us. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 euros of a deposit. I'm like, whoa! I got to use that 100 euro shine, that 100 euro note that I've never got to use before, just on the deposit. And make sure you're turning those things in. Don't just throw it away, because it actually does add up after a while, so save those. Now, my fourth tip for you is, if you're invited...
That's a valid tip, because those Oktoberfest, I'm not sure if they have the deposits on. I'm sure they do. I've always wondered, though, because this was in a separate video with the jaywalking thing, or crossing when it's red. Why is that such a big deal? Because I know in the UK that's not even a law, because the streets are so small, you cross anywhere. In America it is a law, it's not enforced. You can cross in front of a police officer, no one cares. So I wonder, why is that? Just because Germany are rule followers? There's nothing wrong with following rules and enforcing them as citizens. I think that's great, but I just wonder why that's the case. Just a cultural thing, I guess.
To go to a German's house, because you know what, if they like you, they probably will invite you. They are really nice like that. But if you're going to go to their house, don't forget to bring either flowers or wine,
okay,
or candy. Okay, that's kind of a typical thing you bring over there. Also, don't wear your shoes inside. When you come in, take your shoes off. Sometimes they even have house slippers for you when you get there for their guests, but it's kind of rude to have your shoes on inside the house, so just know that. So make sure you do bring something to their house if you get to be, if you get really invited to their house. It is really cool. Now, the fifth don't I have for you actually is specifically for tourists that I've been seeing a lot lately when I've been traveling through Germany, especially Berlin. People have been using the Jewish memorial in Berlin, you know, with the stone blocks and stuff, kind of like a parkour course, or this is the place to make the coolest selfies in Berlin. And people are climbing up them, jumping across them, doing silly pictures, duck face. It's a memorial to dead Jewish people. What is wrong with you? I mean, this is not something you do. You don't do that. Also, at the concentration camps, we're seeing more and more people doing their duck face selfies. Look, this is where they burned everybody. I'm like, are you kidding me? So please have respect for people when you go to the concentration camps and the memorials and things like that, because the Germans show respect, you know, for the horrible things that happen, and we as tourists need to do a better job as well. So don't be a tool when you're visiting some of these concentration camps, okay, or these memorials, all right? Now,
I couldn't agree more. That would piss me off so much, but it's just gonna keep happening. Like, don't be a tool while you're being a tourist. You know how many tourists are just complete idiots? And I bet it. You know what's the worst part is, I bet the people who were taking those pictures were Americans. I would bet money on that. That sounds like something. Yeah, it definitely was.
Now, my sixth don't for you is don't wait.
Right.
Look, whether it's a line or you're ordering food, you don't wait in Germany.
Wait.
Germans are go, go, go. We are very efficient. We want to get things done. So you're going to be on time for things, all right? Very punctual is important. But for a tourist, when you go to restaurants, what you need to do is when they give you the menu, look in it right away so you can order right away. Because it's not like in the U.S. where they come back every 2 minutes to see us, need anything now. They come when they come. So if you get that chance, make sure you do place your order, get your drinks and your food in and things like that. And when you want to get your bill, you ask for the bill. They'll come right away with their big wallet, okay? And you pay them right there. And when you pay them, you'll say, let's say it's a 27 euro bill, you will say 30. You just say the total amount you want to pay, and they'll put that down for you, okay? So then they give you the change back from that, okay? But don't wait. Like, once they seat you, they give you a menu, it's time to order, okay? When they come and ask. Because if you wait, you might be waiting a long time. Now,
I gotta say, this food looks good. This food looks good. I like that, though. I like that. I've never been a fan of the whole, what would you guys like to drink? You get waters. Oh, are you guys ready to order? It's just boom. Like, it takes so long to eat out in the United States. And, people love that, it makes complete sense why that is a stereotype, like the service being bad or rude or whatever, because it's just completely different. The cultures are completely different. If you have an American family who's used to having the waiter being attentive and coming back like between every serving, beverage, meal, of course they're going to be like, what the hell's going on here? If they just like, the waiter's just waiting for you as you get your first glimpse of the menu to order. You just have to understand that's what it's like. And I think I would prefer that, because I'm like, when the waiter comes, sometimes like, we're ready to order when we just sit down. But people hate me for that. That was a big argument between my friend and I when we visited the UK, because he's an incredibly slow eater, whereas the plate's gone in like 5-10 minutes. So we were always tugging back and forth on that. Like, yo, you didn't even enjoy your food. I'm like, yo, we got places to go. So there is there's a happy medium between there. But you guys know which side I'm on. I'm on the German side.
Now, my seventh don't for you is don't experiment on the Autobahn. Okay, I know the Autobahn sounds really cool. Yes, driving without speed limits. Look, I've driven on the Autobahn before. There's a reason why I go in public transport. It can be really scary, because we were going about 100 miles an hour, like 140K. We're going, and we're in the right lane, because there's BMWs and Mercedes going, and you just see them go by like, wow. And it's kind of dangerous when you're out there, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So please, if you're not comfortable with these fast speeds, make sure you don't experiment on the Autobahn. Stick with the public transport. It will take you everywhere here, which is so awesome about Germany.
Awesome.
Now, my eighth don't for you is don't expect...
Glad to know the public transport is good too. But I'm too young to rent a car anyways, so I won't be driving.
To shop on Sundays. Look, most of Germany is closed on Sundays, except for museums
I heard
and
about
restaurants.
that in another video.
So if you want to do your shopping kind of stuff, if you're here for a long weekend, do it on Friday or Saturday, because on Sunday, a lot of the stuff is closed. Now, the things that usually tend to be open on Sundays, things that are attached to the train station. So if there's a mall attached to the train station, that'll probably open. Also in December, they'll have Sunday hours a lot of places. But just know, basically on Sunday, everything's basically closed. Also, on Mondays, a lot of the museums are closed. So if you're going to do a long weekend, including that Monday, make sure you check and see and say, hey, let's do our tourism stuff on Saturday and Sunday and do our shopping on Monday. My ninth don't for you is don't forget to have cash. Look, Germans, yes, they have credit cards, but they prefer cash. Yes, have your...
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Euros ready. There's ATMs all over the place you can use, but you really want to have cash with you because they don't accept credit cards everywhere. A lot of places they do, and a lot of times you need to have a chip card, you know, for your credit cards and stuff like that for everything to work. But just know that cash is king here in Germany, so don't forget to keep some with you just so you have it. And my 10th note for you with coming to Germany is realize that you don't just see half-tempered houses here. Germany is not just the stereotype of half-tempered houses and beer halls. There's so much more to Germany. Whether you're going to Berlin, where they have, you know, the Potsdamer Platz and all this new stuff there, or you're here in Munich, where the tech stuff is booming, or Hamburg, which is a rebuilt city. I mean, you have all these cool modern cities here in Germany. Hamburg, which is a rebuilt city.
Yeah. Oh yeah, book my flight.
I mean, you have all these cool modern cities here in Germany, and it's not just half-timbered houses. And the thing is, you can see the half-timbered houses, Quedlinburg and Wernigerode and Goslar and the Harz Mountains. Oh, my heart just falls in love with that place. Here in Bavaria, go to Regensburg and Bamberg, Oberammergau. You can get that old Germany, but also you have very modern Germany as well. So make sure you explore both sides. Don't just try to think it's going to be half-timbered houses, but experiment all the wonders of Germany. Anyway, I hope this helps you out to have a better time when you are here in Germany. If you have other don'ts about German culture, please put it in the comment section below so we can have more help for our awesome travelers. It looks like things are picking up here in Munich in the morning, so I'm going to take off and I'll say Auf Wiedersehen, or until we see each other again here at Walter's World. Bye from Munich. Oh, if you want to see more videos like this, don't...
Bro, this dude is such a good, like, man, he's one of my favorite travel YouTubers for sure. Like, his videos are so punctual and they get straight to the point. Like, if I ever did travel vlogging or travel reviews or whatever, this is exactly who I would try to emulate, just because of how such great videos. So yeah, that was excellent. I learned a lot there, and certainly some things I will reconsider doing if I get the urge to
videos.
If I get the urge to do like walking across the street, I'll be like, well, you know, there's no cars coming, but there's some people around here, so not gonna do that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the video. For those of you who live in Germany, you think it was accurate, and if you have other videos you'd like for me to check out specifically on Germany or anywhere else, throw them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.